Hello, everybody. This is my speech of celebration, and it will be on the person of Anthony S. Fauci. I think we all know him. Great person. Imagine that it is already the apocalypse. Things are going from bad to worse. Randomized explosions befall every city and every block thereof. Chaos reigns, to put it simply. But in the midst of all this horrifying process, one man takes a stand. And for the most part, at least informationally, restores order. This is perhaps the best way to describe the manner by which Dr. Anthony S. Fauci has been contributing to everything that has to do with our current moment, the crisis that we face today. The central point or the thesis of our celebration will evaluate or speak on or celebrate the course of his career, his major accomplishments, and his calming, straight shooter honesty with which he has regarded and advised and educated the public with regards to the spread of this virus and what we can do to counter it. On to his career. Dr. Fauci attended Cornell University Medical College and graduated first in his class in the year 1966. And then consequently, a mere 2 years after, in 1968, he was able to attain a position at the NIH. He was hired by the NIH to be a lab doctor or scientist at the department which regards allergies and infectious diseases. Then in 1984, it was bestowed upon him the leading role at the NIAID, which is where he was first hired. Now on to his major accomplishments. Dr. Fauci has a great feat, which I think very few other people can tout, and it is that he's been able to advise and exhort the administrations of 6 presidents. He has been at the forefront of medical advances as regards the HIV and AIDS epidemic and many other domestic and global concerns or medical concerns. This is information handed down to us per the NIH. Dr. Fauci has been able to deliver major lectures at the highest institutions, the most prolific universities and gatherings of scholars and intellectuals and medical professionals, and has received or been the recipient of that which is the highest honor that any civilian could receive, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Now on to our current moment. On the 12th of March, just a few weeks ago, the New York Times expressed about Dr. Fauci, not his first epidemic, so as to say that it isn't his first rodeo. He's unfortunately had to do this before, but that means he's capable. The headline continues to say, Dr. Anthony Fauci sticks to the facts. This is an important point because it provides a kind of contrast. Not everybody is sticking to the facts. On Sundays, Dr. Fauci on multiple occasions has been on more than 2 morning political shows, spreading the knowledge that he has, the models, the data, such that the population or populace in general could be as best as possibly advised on that which is our current moment. In fact, at one point a congressman asked him, do you have a clone? Do you have a twin? It seems that at times you're at different locales at the same time. Yet another congressman suggested a concoction because he is constantly losing his voice, for the fact that he is constantly at the disposition of the public with this information. The last point is not a pretty one, but I think a very important one. Dr. Fauci has, in a sense, become the explainer-in-chief, but that is because a vacuum has been created by the absence of his counterparts or colleagues who have fallen asunder, unfortunately, to the object of intimidation from institutions, and even though it's difficult to say, even from the highest levels, from the federal government. However, Dr. Fauci has stood in the breach and provided the information that we need. Sometimes he's had to undertake the difficult task of, in the lightest form, decrypting things that have been said, that have been exposed, as simply aren't very easy to understand. And in the darker, or on the darker side of that spectrum, he has to, in real time, at the White House briefings, provide corrections on things that sadly have been mispronounced. Finally, in conclusion, Dr. Anthony S. Fauci has led a stellar life, which has been able to render achievements that have benefited our society and not only our country as a whole in manners incalculable, and continues to do so even today at the age of 79 during our current moment. Today, we seek to celebrate his life. Thank you.